Welcome to SVG-TV News for Monday, July 20th, 2020. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. SVG now has 21 active cases of COVID-19 after 6 new cases were confirmed on Sunday evening. The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, said the new cases were confirmed with the receipt of results from the CAFA Public Health Lab in Trinidad and Tobago. 4 of the cases are from the American airline 945 flight, which arrived in the state on Saturday, July 18th from Miami. 1 case is of Vincentian returning home from Antigua, and 1 was found on exit screening for a Vincentian who visited briefly from Barbados. NEMO said the process of informing on contact tracing has commenced. To date, SVG has a total of 50 confirmed cases of COVID-19 with 29 recoveries and 0 deaths. NEMO said the importance of strict compliance to all quarantine and isolation orders is paramount. It is only by complying with these orders, it said, that the use of masks in public spaces that the spread of COVID-19 can be controlled in SVG. And with 21 active COVID-19 cases in the country, the government has moved to strengthen the travel protocols to SVG. All incoming passengers are now expected to produce a mandatory negative PCR test result. The amendments to the protocols were announced by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves on radio on Sunday while speaking on the increase in COVID-19 cases. In addition to the mandatory PCR test result, passengers must provide proof of reservation of a hotel for 5 days approved by the Ministry of Health to ensure mandatory quarantine. PCR tests will be done by health officials after 5 days, which will determine whether the person or persons should be further quarantined.
You will be tested for COVID-19 before you're released from the quarantine-approved hotel. And 5th, the quarantine will continue in an approved home. In your home, if it's approved, is okay, or a facility, government facility, for a period of 9 to 16 days. That is to say, you will be between 14 to 21 days. The importance of strict compliance to all quarantine and isolation orders is paramount.
The amended protocols comes ahead of the next American Airlines flight to SVG expected this coming weekend. PM Gonsalves appealed to all incoming passengers to comply with the protocols. Otherwise, he said a decision will have to be made on the suspension of flights from the U.S.
If persons who return choose not to pay attention to the quarantine, you may push the government to suspending the flights from the United States of America until things improve there. We will continue the flights from Canada. In fact, the only reason why I'm agreeing to the flight coming in on the 25th is because people have come here and they left their jobs with the expectation that the flights will go back, that others will come and then we'll go back. Well, you have the 25th to make sure you have your booking, because you can't be sure that we will not suspend the flights for the week in the 1st of August.
A fine using a ticketing system is also a new measure to be implemented for those found in breach of quarantine. PM Gonsalves said the stringent measures are a must at this time.
We have just a few visitors. The vast majority of the people who came on board flights on the 11th and on the 18th have Vincentians coming home. Some come home for funerals of their friends or loved ones. Some come home because they were out there isolated and wanted to come home. Some were cruise people still coming home. Some were oil rig workers. Some were students. Some were people who had gone away and stuck. And we say we have to facilitate you in coming home. But what has happened is this. In the United States of America, and in particular in Florida and other places, there is a big flare-up. And we tightened the protocols on the 2nd flight, and we are tightening the protocols on the 3rd flight.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to affect health systems globally, the Republic of China on Taiwan continues to play a role in boosting the capacity of SVG's health system in its fight against the virus. The ROC today made another donation of over 200 boxes of supplies to the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment at the Argyle International Airport. The supplies include masks, rapid test kits, temperature measurement devices, and protective gears. Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Luke Brown, said the government and people of Taiwan continue to show their dedication to the health and wellness of Vincentians, which is seen in their donations with the much-needed supplies to help the country in its fight against COVID-19.
This is far from everything. This is just a representative sample of boxes. In fact, I understand that there are about 203 boxes in all. Now, if we were to put that on display, it might take up the entire airport. So, this is a representative sample, a sample of the surgical masks that are being provided, for instance. In this shipment, we are going to get, or we are getting, or we have received, some of them here, 300,000 surgical masks from Taiwan. 300,000, not 30 or 3,000 or even 30,000, 300,000. And in addition to those surgical masks, we have N95 masks, very important items, 10,000 N95 masks being donated here. We have other items as well. You could see the full array, including temperature checking devices, thermometers. We have, for instance, rapid test kits.
The health minister took the opportunity to thank the government and people of Taiwan for their continued support to SVG.
On behalf of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to express our appreciation for Taiwan to the ambassador, I wish that you would convey these sentiments to your president and the government, because we see that you are committed to health, not just in Taiwan, and to health not just in Asia or in your part of the world, but to health throughout the globe. We appreciate that, and we continue to pledge for our part our commitment to ensuring that you could take up your rightful place in the World Health Assembly and in other important forums of global governance. Thank you very much. We appreciate this, and we look forward to ongoing collaboration on COVID-19 and on all the other matters of importance and mutual interest to our respective countries. Thank you.
Also speaking at the handing over ceremony was Taiwan's ambassador to SVG, Calvin Ho, who said the donation is timely given the global fight against the coronavirus.
Home, safe. So the first step for those passengers coming to this airport, we prepare for this rapid test to make sure that all the passengers come in safe to us, to our people, or they need to do further quarantine. And the other item to me is the temperature measure station. It's as last time I mentioned that this kind of equipment make us we can very quickly, efficiently to judge that those passengers if they have any symptom or not by their body temperature. So that's another quick way to make those judgments for the frontline officers.
This country's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Simone Kisa Beach, and other CMOs across the region have been lauded for their role in helping the region to successfully manage the COVID-19 outbreak so far. The sentiments were expressed by the Director of Human Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, Helen Royer. She was given welcome remarks at an opening ceremony of the 28th meeting of Chief Medical Officers of the Caribbean community recently. She added that although they had many long and sleepless nights, they were now reaping the benefits of their commitment to ensuring that the people of the Caribbean were safe. She said the region was vulnerable to a second wave of cases as a result of community spread as countries opened their borders to accommodate inter- and intra-regional travel to facilitate economic survival. Roya also commended the community's institutions such as the Caribbean Public Health Agency CAFA, the Caribbean Disaster and Emergency Management Agency CDEMA, and the University of the West Indies for their contributions. She also extended gratitude to the Pan American Health Organization PAHO for its contribution towards national and regional responses to COVID-19. The Human Development Director of the CARICOM Secretariat also used the opportunity to remind the Chief Medical Officers about other health challenges facing the community aside from COVID-19. She told them not to lose sight of other critical health concerns with which the region was still grappling, such as non-communicable diseases and HIV/AIDS. In other news, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has offered Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown the opportunity to buy over SVG shares in LIAT for $1 EC and said he's also willing to write off LIAT's debt owed to SVG. PM Gonsalves stated his position on the future of LIAT on radio on Sunday ahead of today's meeting with the Antiguan Prime Minister and Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley. PM Gonsalves said he has no intention of stopping Brown from wanting to save LIAT, but SVG cannot be part of it. He said he has suggested to the Antiguan Prime Minister that they value the 3 planes owned by the Caribbean Development Bank, from which SVG will get back some monies.
I say buy the shares of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for $1. I don't want to stop Antigua and Barbuda wanting to do what they want to do. And the debt which we have which we guarantee on the planes, the 3 planes at the CDB, let's value the planes and the amount of money which we owe the CDB currently on these planes, pay me that. And I get out of it and you do what you want to do.
PM Gonsalves said that LIAT has served St. Vincent and the Grenadines well with more than 45 flights per week, but with the current situation facing the cash-strapped airline, his government can write off the monies owed to SVG in fees and taxes.
I am prepared, even the money which LIAT owes the governments, the Vincentian government, for fees and some taxes and the like. I'm prepared to write that off, you know. Because I can't get it back in any case, in liquidation, because LIAT doesn't have any assets. And I don't want, I told Gaston Brown from the beginning, I don't want to do anything to stop him what he wants to do, but I'm not looking forward to the past.
PM Gonsalves reiterated his position of having privately owned local airlines fill the void of LIAT, and that Antigua and Barbuda can use LIAT as their own airline to compete.
LIAT, and he starts it with these 3 planes and he gets other planes. I haven't seen the plan yet. He said he'll send it to me. I hope I get it in the morning so I can read it. And let us do that. Let us. It will function in competition with other airlines. That's okay with me. I don't have any problem with that. Antigua and Barbuda is 26% of the currency union's economic size. I have an interest in Antigua and Barbuda prospering, you know, just like they have an interest in we prospering.
InterCaribbean Airline has announced new connecting services in the Eastern Caribbean between Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. With flights already available to St. Lucia, InterCaribbean announces effective August 1st, 2020, connecting services will commence from Barbados Grantley Adams International Airport to Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica. The airline said the scheduled expansion in the Eastern Caribbean will give connective travel travel to the existing 22 cities it serves across its pan-Caribbean network, established over 28 years ago by founded President Chairman Lyndon Garnier. Turks and Caicos Islander InterCaribbean has been aggressively broadening its scopes across the region in the last decade, serving the western area of the Caribbean. In commenting on the actualization of its vision to become a household name in Caribbean travel, founder and Chairman Garnier said, building InterCaribbean into what it is today has taken the full dedication of his entire team. The company rebranded in 2013 from Air Turks and Caicos to InterCaribbean Airwaves. Of the 68 primary schools across SVG which signed up this year for their students to sit the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment CPEA, 18 achieve 100% pass rate. This was noted by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves on the radio yesterday. The CPEA 2020 results were announced on Friday, and the Ministry of Education stated that there was a decrease in the proportion of students who met the prescribed standard from 87.19 last year to 86.16 this year. PM Gonsalves said the majority of schools which earned 100% pass rate are rural schools.
Argyle, which got 100%, Argyle Primary, Bible Methodist, Calaqua Anglican, Keenan Government, Evesham Methodist, Leeward District 70 Adventist, Lower Bay Primary School in Bequia, Myro Government School, we had only 4 students, Mustique, which had 7 students, Mustique Government, New Prospect Primary, Paget Farm Government, Richland Park Government, Richland Park, not Richland Park Government, Richland Park, 70 Adventist Academy, Park Hill Government. Those are the ones.
PM Gonsalves said more than 10 schools got 90% pass rate and attribute this to the work put in by teachers and parents in the interest of students.
Quality teaching. The second is quality leadership in the schools and quality parenting. You have those, and you're likely to get, even from the average students, excellent results. And I want to congratulate the teachers, and I want to join in the panel in doing so.
11-year-old Ajani Neverson, who aspires to become an aeronautical engineer and a great footballer, is one of the 3 boys who tied for the top position at CPEA 2020. Neverson, a student of the Windsor Primary, got a 97.8% and also tied for scoring the highest for language art with 98.67%. Speaking with SVGTV News today, Neverson said that he had a great support system, which includes his teachers, parents, friends, and other family members. The 11-year-old said though he was very surprised when he heard he was one of the top 3 students, he knew he did his best preparing for the exam and encouraged his colleagues to be committed to their schoolwork.
Yeah, it was challenging because I didn't really get to see my friends for a long time until CPEA was until the end, until close to CPEA and on CPEA day, and it was really challenging. I had to social distance and wear masks. I also had online school. Well, my teachers and my mom, they helped me preparing it, like giving me tests to do and helping us study, helping me and my class study for the exams. Well, to study hard and to focus and believe in yourself, have confidence.
Neverson's mother Felicia told SVGTV News that hard work indeed paid off for her son. She said that Johnny had a great support system who always encouraged and ensured that he was well prepared for the external exam. She thanked everyone, including his teachers, for their involvement in his success and encouraged other parents to continue to support their children, not only to do well at an exam, but in life.
Good support system at home. And when they were doing the online classes, the teachers were very involved. But in addition to that, he had the support of the FITS Academy. And so when he was not able to return to school, he had the support from FITS Academy throughout that period. So that definitely helped to reinforce what he did in school and to keep him on his toes. The children cannot excel if you're not involved. You have to be involved in the children's academic life. It's a partnership between you and the teachers, and then the children will put in their work if they realize that they have your support. So it's critical for children to realize, to believe that they have the support of their family structure, and most importantly the parents. So parents, you need to support your children and believe in them and believe in the potential that they have to do well.
And principal of the Gomé Methodist, Sheridan Edwards, said amidst the COVID-19 challenges, she believes the decreased pass rate registered for the school at CPEA 2020 might have something to do with lack of parental involvement or support. Last year, the school had a 100% pass rate, which decreased this year to 83%. Although mathematics was said to be very challenging, the school was able to get 42% passes, and in the other subject areas over 70% passes. Edwards said that she knew the potential of the grade 6 students and knew that they could have done much better. However, she is still satisfied and proud of those who did well.
While we would have seen a drop from last year we had 100% pass. This year we had 83.33%. While there is a drop from last year, the children, the quality of passes have improved. So I am celebrating that, because we can just focus on the 4 students that we did not reach. We would have tried with the parents. However, they did not come on board. Not all parents did not come on board, but those children, we tried to reach them, we couldn't get them on. But we are happy. To be honest, we are happy with the result. In spite of it all, we were looking for some of the key students. We're looking for 7 in the entering into the 500. However, we saw 5. So we celebrate that. That is enough to celebrate.
Edwards also noted that most of our grade 6 students came from poor families and were unable to get devices to participate in the online classes, which was also another setback for them.
The COVID-19, that would have been seriously impacted the results, because for us, some of the students will not reach online. We could identify some children, they did not have devices, and for some of them who had, I remember this particular student, we were calling his parent about him. He was coming online and on and off, and the parents and the child said he can't sit there all day listening to a teacher online. So that impacted the COVID. Seriously impacted our children in this rural area.
The school's grade 6 language arts teacher, Jonathan Roberts, said that he is proud of the performance of the students and will ensure the Gomé Methodist School regain a 100% pass rate next time around.
I teach grade 6 and I teach language arts. It is my first time here. This is my first year at Gomé Methodist. I must say that it was a very pleasant experience. It did not come without its challenges, But all in all, I do think that while there are areas to be improved upon, I do think that we did well amidst all the challenges that we had. And I celebrate with the parents, the students, and the teachers of the Gombe Methodist School.
The teachers at the Gombe Methodist School emphasized the importance of reading and are seeking assistance to have the school's library upgraded. In other news, there is a reduction in the price of LPG cooking gas. This was announced today in a news release from the Ministry of Education, Reconciliation and Information. The following are the new maximum prices of LPG cooking gas as of today, Monday, July 20th, 2020, confirmed by the Price and Distribution of Goods Act, Cap 116. A 20-pound cylinder in Area 1 is $30.85. Area 2, $31.85. Area 3, $32.85, and Area 4, $35.85. A 25-pound cylinder in Areas 1 is $37.30, Area 2, $38.20, Area 3, $39.30, and Area 4, $42.30. A 100-pound cylinder in Area 1 is $149.15. Area 2, $149.15, Area 3, $149.15, and Area 4, $170.15. Area 1 means areas within a radius of 2 miles of the courthouse, Kingstown. Area 2 means areas adjoining Area 1 extended from Area 1 northeast to Lanley Park and northwest to Curtains, including all areas lying between Lanley Park and Curtains. Area 3 means all areas on the mainland other than those falling within Area 1 and 2. Area 4 means the Grenadines. The news release further pointed out that under the Price and Distribution of Goods Act, Cap 161, no person shall, in respect of any goods for which the maximum price has been fixed, sell or buy or agree to sell or buy any such goods at a price greater than the maximum prices. Any person who contravenes this provision is guilty of an offense and liable to a fine of not less than $1,500 but not more than $3,000.